The nighttime video is tough to make out at first. The U.S. Coast Guard led a team on a drug bust off the coast of Guatemala in 2008. They intercepted a huge cache, according to federal prosecutors, $100 million of cocaine. But that's no ordinary drug boat. It's actually more like a submarine, and just one of Joaquin El Chapo Guzman's smuggling tricks, according to prosecutors. If the sub didn't work, there were tunnels, trucks, or planes. Just part of the evidence presented so far in the narco-trafficker trial of the century. His wife, a former teenage beauty queen, has been there since the beginning.
The first thing El Chapo does when he comes into the room is look for her.
He looks for her.
Mm-hmm. And once he saw her, he waves her.
Guzman pleaded not guilty to 17 counts, including drug trafficking and murder. So far, 4 narcos, each with a nickname, have testified, including Herman Barbas Rosero, the Beard, and Juan Carlos Chupeta Ramirez, Lollipop. Ramirez admitted to killing 150 people. To hide from police, he used plastic surgery. My jawbone, my cheekbones, my eyes, my mouth, Ramirez told the court. What was El Chapo's reaction to him walking into the courtroom?
Chapo was distracted. He was doing something else. But suddenly, he saw him seated at the chair, and he was like...
Ramirez says Guzman made his billions because he trafficked cocaine faster and more reliably than the rest. Combine the drug running, corruption, and violence, prosecutors say El Chapo became the king of an empire. In a courtroom in Brooklyn, they are hoping to finally topple it. Stephanie Gosk, NBC News, New York.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.